Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we're taking a deep dive into the heart of Central European cuisine. We're going to explore the top 10 Polish dishes that you absolutely have to try. From savory dumplings to hearty stews and comforting soups, Polish food is known for its rich flavors and timeless traditions. We'll be walking you through each of these iconic dishes, explaining what makes them so special, and sharing a bit of their history and cultural significance. So let's get started on our culinary journey. First on our list is, of course, the undisputed king of Polish cuisine, pierogi. These delightful dumplings are a true national symbol. The process of making them is a cherished tradition in countless Polish households. A simple dough of flour, water, and sometimes egg is rolled out and cut into circles. The real magic, however, lies in the fillings. The most classic and widely known savory variety is pierogi ruski, a smooth and creamy blend of boiled potatoes and a tangy farmer's cheese, often mixed with sautéed onions. But the savory options don't end there. You'll also find them filled with minced meat, a delicious combination of sauerkraut and wild mushrooms, or even with fresh herbs and a different type of cheese. On the sweeter side, pierogi filled with seasonal fruits like blueberries, strawberries, or cherries are a popular summertime treat, often served with a dollop of sour cream and a sprinkle of sugar. The cooking method is equally important. They are typically boiled until they float to the top, and then can be either served directly with melted butter or fried in a pan for a crispy, golden brown exterior. The sheer variety and comforting taste of pierogi have cemented their status as a must-try dish for anyone exploring Polish food. Next, we have a dish with a long and storied history, a symbol of hearty Polish fare: Bigos. Known as hunter's stew, this dish is a complex and flavorful stew that often tastes even better the next day. The foundation of Bigos is a mix of shredded sauerkraut and fresh cabbage. These are slow cooked for hours, sometimes even days, with various kinds of meat from pork and beef to smoked sausage, Kielbasa. The magic comes from the supporting cast of ingredients, which often includes dried wild mushrooms, bay leaves, allspice, and sometimes a handful of prunes or a splash of red wine to add a subtle sweetness and depth. The long cooking time allows all the flavors to meld together into a rich, aromatic, and deeply satisfying stew. It's a dish that you'll find at family gatherings and celebrations, a true taste of tradition and warmth. Moving on, let's talk about a dish that is both elegant and rustic: Golabki. The name literally translates to little pigeons, a charming nod to their compact, neat appearance. These are essentially cabbage rolls, and they are a true labor of love. The outer leaves of a head of white cabbage are carefully blanched to make them pliable. They are then wrapped around a savory filling of minced meat, usually a mix of pork and beef and rice or groats. Once prepared, the rolls are arranged in a large pot or baking dish and simmered or baked in a rich tomato sauce. The end result is an incredibly tender, flavorful dish where the mildness of the cabbage perfectly complements the savory filling and the tangy sauce. For our fourth dish, we have a classic meat and potatoes meal that is a staple of Polish home cooking: Kotlet schabowy. This is the Polish equivalent of a schnitzel or breaded pork cutlet. A slice of bone-in or boneless pork loin is pounded thin to tenderize it, then coated in a simple breading of flour, egg, and breadcrumbs. It's then pan-fried until it's a beautiful golden brown and perfectly crispy. It's a deceptively simple dish, but a perfectly executed Kotlet schabowy is a thing of beauty. Crispy on the outside, juicy and tender on the inside. It's almost always served with a side of boiled potatoes and a simple fresh salad like mizeria, a refreshing mix of cucumbers and sour cream. Now let's explore a soup that is uniquely Polish: Zurek. This is a sour rye flour soup, distinguished by its unique, slightly fermented flavor. The base is made from a starter called zakwas, which is a fermented rye sourdough. This gives the soup its characteristic tangy taste. The soup is then often prepared with smoked sausage, kielbasa, and sometimes pieces of bacon, and it's almost always served with a hard-boiled egg. In many parts of Poland, it's a tradition to serve Zurek in a hollowed-out loaf of bread, making it a complete, hearty meal in itself. It's particularly popular during the Easter season and is a wonderful example of how Polish cuisine uses fermentation to create incredibly complex and satisfying flavors. Our next item isn't a single dish, but an entire category of food that is absolutely central to Polish identity: Kielbasa. The word simply means sausage, but this is an understatement. Polish sausages come in an astonishing variety of shapes, sizes, and flavors. Some are fresh, some are smoked, some are cured, and they can be made from pork, beef, or a combination. The most common variety is the Kielbasa, a smoked pork sausage with a robust garlic flavor. Whether it's grilled over a campfire, boiled and served with mustard and horseradish, or sliced up and added to a stew, kielbasa is a cornerstone of Polish cooking and culture. Next on our list are the ever-popular Placki ziemniaczane, or Polish potato pancakes. This is a classic comfort food found across Central and Eastern Europe, but the Polish version is a staple in its own right. They are made from simple ingredients, grated potatoes, onion and egg, often with a little flour to bind them. They are then fried in oil until they are crispy and golden brown. They can be served in a variety of ways. A savory version might be topped with a rich goulash or a creamy mushroom sauce. On the other hand, they are also frequently served with a dollop of sour cream, and even with a sprinkle of sugar, making for a delicious and simple treat. When a Polish person feels under the weather or simply wants a taste of home, they often turn to Roso. This is a clear, comforting chicken soup that is a cornerstone of the Polish Sunday dinner. The broth is made by simmering chicken, often an old hen for maximum flavor, with a mix of root vegetables like carrots, parsley root, and celeriac. The process is slow and gentle, resulting in a golden, aromatic broth that is incredibly restorative. Roso is almost always served with fine noodles, making it a simple but deeply satisfying soup that feels like a warm hug in a bowl. Another iconic soup is Barszcz, czerwony, or red borscht. Unlike the hearty Zurek, this is a light and elegant soup. It gets its vibrant, deep red color from beets, and its flavor is a delicate balance of sweet and sour. It is often served as a clear broth, sometimes with small, mushroom-filled dumplings called uska, meaning little ears. This is a traditional dish for the Christmas Eve supper, and it's a beautiful example of how Polish cuisine can be both hearty and refined. Finally, let's talk about a dish that you'll find on almost every street corner in Poland: Zapiekanka. This is a quintessential Polish street food, a delicious and easy open-faced sandwich. It's made from a long baguette, cut lengthwise and topped with sautéed white mushrooms and cheese. It is then toasted in an oven until the cheese is melted and bubbly. The classic version is finished with a generous zigzag of ketchup, but modern variations can include a whole range of toppings, from ham and salami to spring onions and herbs. It's a taste of modern Poland that still holds on to a simple, comforting core. And that brings us to the end of our list. From the dumplings of pierogi to the simplicity of a zapiekanka, Polish cuisine is rich with flavor, history, and tradition. It's a type of food that fills you up and warms your soul. If you enjoyed this culinary tour, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more content, and leave a comment below telling us which of these dishes you're most excited to try. And if you really love what we do, you can support us by joining our channel membership to get access to exclusive videos and perks. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.